need to give you a body of work so you can understand. Let me go to trap so he can teach me. Let me go to trap so I can understand. The reason why we can't effectively dominate the market is because we don't truly understand what's going on in the market. And we don't understand what's going on in the market, how can we function inside of the chaos? What's good, fam? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trap, and we bringing you back with something that I feel is real important. So I know you want to invest, I know you want to build wealth, but we got to get down to what is financial literacy, what is financial knowledge. So I'm going to break us down into these three categories: financial knowledge, financial literacy, and the financial capabilities. It is important that we understand these three components so we can navigate through it, because I hear a lot of people, financial literacy this and financial literacy that, and what happens is we can get lost because we don't understand how to make the difference or the distinction between them. So the first thing I want to do is talk to you about these three things. So we have the financial capabilities, we have financial literacy, and then we have financial knowledge. So financial knowledge is the lowest level, and I'm going to break them down. And then the next level is financial literacy. The next level is financial capabilities. And I just off the top of my head, I'm going to show you financial knowledge is just knowing that there's instruments out of there. Financial literacy is being able to identify them, but also when you identify them, you understand how they maneuver. And financial capability is your ability to be able to take that instrument, use whatever instrument in the right situation that's beneficial for you. So let's go. So first we're gonna bag back. The first part of it is the financial knowledge. So I'm gonna take you here first, right? So the financial knowledge is the first level. It's identifying different types of financial instruments, awareness, and describing. So it's identifying credit cards, it's identifying banks, it's identifying stocks, it's identifying how to leverage stocks, it's identifying savings accounts. It's being able to identify them. Believe it or not, I know y'all real smart, but there's people that have never balanced a checkbook before. There's people that have never opened up a brokerage account to invest in the stock market before. There's people that don't know the different instruments, from buy and hold to dividends to swing trading. So this the financial knowledge is. It's having the knowledge to understand, this is an investment account. This is my Roth IRA. How do I benefit? I can put $6,500 in a Roth IRA and max out. And the reason why I'm using that is because I want to take advantage of paying the taxes up front and not on the back end. Here's the IUL, the life insurance policy, where I can leverage my own money and become my own bank. That's the financial knowledge, right? Understanding the tools. It's, okay, here's the savings account. It's not really doing that much for me, but I can go snatch and grab my money, right? It's the investing account. It's learning this is a brokerage account. Like the difference between a 529 and a custodial account. The 529 is for college for my kids, to invest with them for college only. The custodial account is they can invest in anything, but what happens is at 18, they take over the account for themselves. But knowing that if you got the custodial account and you pushing that, then what it also does is it may affect them with college, right? So the college, because you got this, they can't get the scholarships and you can't get the help because you got this. So it's understanding the different tools. It's understanding that if you get a credit card, the better your credit score is, I can get 0% interest on this credit card, and I can use this credit card to buy income producing asset and let the income from the asset pay the interest on the card, because I got 6 months, 8 months, 10 months of free of no interest. So that's understanding this. So it's identifying different types of financial instruments and the awareness and describing. So we want to be able to be aware, and we want to be able to describe what's going on in that. The next thing we're going to get to is the financial literacy component. So this is the part that everybody locks in on. Financial literacy, financial literacy, financial literacy. But Trap, what is financial literacy? Me breaking it down, it's the ability on how to choose the correct financial tool for a given situation, right? That's my breakdown to you of financial literacy. It's the ability for you to choose the correct financial tool for a given situation. So let me get a little deeper. Financial knowledge and financial understanding of concepts and relationships. So what we talk about when we talk about concepts and relationships is, what's the concept behind using a credit card, right? And then what's the relationship between the credit card and the interest? You with me? Like, we the only one do a live show with this much production. Like, we bar none, we just different. We not in competition with nobody.
To see somebody that looks like us talk about stocks, because I had never seen that before.
You know, we buy during the drought, and in recession is the best time to buy.
I feel a whole bunch of wealth up in here, y'all.
Someone who gives me raw and uncut information.
I know how to break down a company. I know how to invest.
Being a more confident investor.
That Wall Street does look like us, no cliche.
I would no longer fertilize my fears.
That financial trauma has to be broken. We gotta understand that we are more than consumers.
One share at a time can change your life, change your life.
What we doing? What we doing?
We're printing money, baby.
I think over the last couple years, just being in America has made everyone realize that there's no such thing as job security.
It's time to take accountability. It's time to be responsible. It's time to make the sacrifices. It's time to put in the work, because this time it done got worse. Because this time ain't no saving you.
Wall Street looks like everything on Pittsburgh, man. Stop playing.
What's the reason that you want to use stocks? And then what's the relationships with stocks and your wealth? What's the relationships with stocks and your income? If you're using dividend stocks, does this now associate with your income? If you're using the IUL, which is the life insurance, how do I use this? What's the relationship between the IUL and being able to pay myself so I can borrow this money, make the money work for me, and then pay myself back? So it's understanding the relationships and the concepts that come with them. What is the concept behind investing in stocks? The concept is what? I want to take my money, I want to buy companies, and I want the companies to build my wealth for me, right? So it's understanding the concepts behind using given tools. Second thing, here's what's important right here. We're talking about understanding, whether it's credit, whether it's life insurance, whether it's stocks. They don't truly understand what these tools are. We get people on Instagram, and the people on Instagram talk to us. You know, they be talking, they be sounding good, they be sounding dope. We get the people on YouTube, they sound dope. But what happens is, I don't want us to get so attracted to because a person sounds good. I want us to be able to take the information that they saying and understand exactly what they saying. Again, I'm talking about financial literacy. So I need you to understand financial literacy. I need you to understand business. There's business concepts, the LLCs, the S Corps, the C Corps. Understanding the different concepts behind these tools and these instruments. Now, let's take us to this part here. This is the part that's most important, because this is more so the execution, the financial capabilities. Financial knowledge, understanding, plus direct access to financial products and services that exist within a regulatory framework. Essentially, what that's saying is you have the knowledge and understanding plus the access to whatever that tool is, but also understanding how to use that tool specifically for a given framework. So now the difference between, I want you to understand something. The difference between the capability and the knowledge is, yo, I understand they got the tools out there. The literacy is understanding, not just understanding they got the tools out there, but understanding how the tools work. The capability takes us to another level. What is your financial capabilities? They take us to another level. The reason why is because, watch this, not only am I aware of them, not only do I know what they do, but I know how to use them. That is the thing that separates us. Knowing how to use the tools, knowing how to use the stock market, knowing how to use options, knowing how to use buy and hold, knowing how to use the dividend account. If you're good at using margin, which I don't use, knowing how to use the margin, knowing when you're in real estate, how to do the bird, you know, what it is, the buy, the rehab, you know what I'm saying? Knowing how to use that, knowing how to take the equity out the home and getting another home, knowing how to use the different tools around that. So knowing how to use them in given situations. What hurts a lot of people on the wealth building journey, because it's all new to us, when we get in a certain situation, we don't know how to use the right tool. We don't know when it's the time to refinance our home. We don't know when it's the right time to pull the equity out the home. We don't know when it's the time to either take a loan or know how to go get funded for money. We don't know the right time to either leverage our business credit. This is where the capability comes in. I know this is something that's not just about stocks, but if you can understand the capability, the financial knowledge, the financial literacy, and the financial capabilities. Again, the choice protection, knowing when you got your life insurance, knowing when you setting up your will, knowing when you set up your trust, the protection, what's the structure that you need. If you're making a lot of money in the stock market, I had to switch from just a regular account to what's called a like-kind transfer, which is when I put the account in a business name because I had a different type of money in my investments accounts. You feel me? So understanding structure and understanding the protection is what help you. Understanding that if you got so many houses, then a LLC might not be it. You may have to go to another level. You may need to protect the LLCs. You may have to protect the houses. Protection, knowing, getting a financial strategist to show you, yo, let's start up a foundation. Let's start up a nonprofit. Protection. This is where the capabilities comes in. So it's understanding how to use it, but then also how to protect yourself in certain situations. Listen, man, it's your boy, the Wall Street Trap. I definitely want you to listen to this video again, like it, subscribe to it, share it to somebody else, because I'm telling you, understanding financial knowledge, understanding financial literacy, understanding the financial capabilities will truly take you to another level. I'll see y'all in the trap. Pow.